Welcome back to the PulpMX Fantasy Show presented by Maxxis Tire. My name is Donnie. In this video, I have 5 riders I want you to look at. This weekend in Anaheim, tips for the FFL, the weather report, race day schedule, and an early look at what my team could be come Saturday for the Triple Crown. If you want a chance to win an authentic HRC O'Neal Colt Nichols jersey, be sure to stay tuned until the end of the video. Looking ahead to the Anaheim Triple Crown, we have one man down in the little class, but one guy returning in the big class to make up for it. Derek Drake suffered a shoulder injury in the first turn in San Diego and will be off the bike for a few weeks. But Big Rig Benny Bloss will return for the Triple Crown round after a tailbone injury in the opener caused him to skip San Diego entirely. Remember to steer clear of any rider with a red cross next to their photo, and be sure when setting the final team after qualifying to check the little box that says only show riders in AMA qualifying results to weed out the guys that didn't even show up for the weekend. All right, on to some picks for this weekend. I have 3 guys to target, 1 guy to avoid, and a high handicap guy for you gamblers out there, starting with the little class and working our way up. 250 All-Star. Give me the filthy one. Phil Nicoletti comes in with a 7 handicap, and normally I do not love these Fringe All-Stars in case they have a bad round and are suddenly worth double points again, but we will go to the East Coast next weekend in Houston, and that means Phil won't even be racing anyway. So pick your 250 guys with confidence, knowing that you can pick them again when we see them in Oakland. Non-All-Stars, let's talk about Dylan Walsh in the 250 class. The Revo Cowie rider raced a limited schedule in 2022, opening with his 17th and missing the second main, but then he strung together a run going 11-11, 13-11-11, and this year he's gone 11-11, and somehow his handicap is still a 4. Moving to the 450 class for All-Star, I'm looking hard at Chase Sexton. HRC Factory Honda's guy comes in with 3 after finishing in the top 4 in 8 of the last 9 main event gate drops dating all the way back to St. Louis in 2022. 23's finished in the top 5 in 8 of the last 9 Triple Crown sprints, and I think he can do it again here in Anaheim. The guy this weekend I want you to shy away from is his teammate, however. Colt Nichols comes in with a solid ride in the opener, taking a good start and just doing the laps to an easy 6th, but that exact same strategy in the second race only netted him a 12th. That's way too much leeway for a guy that could easily finish outside the top 10 on any given week, especially a rookie in their first big bike Triple Crown. The high handicap hero of the round is given to a rider with a handicap of 10 or more that I think has a realistic chance to score massive points this weekend if you're the type of person that likes to sweat out a little LCQ action for a big payout. But hey, no LCQ this week. We will know every single rider that is eligible for points paying position before the picks even lock. But with that being said, no handicap will be higher than an 11, meaning no automatic freebies this year. If I had my choice of which 11 makes a main this weekend, I want it to be Cade Clayson. The PRMX Kawasaki-backed rider finished not last in 17 of his 19 main events last season, but not just that, he finished as high as 10th when the things got wild in Detroit. Cade is not flashy, but a grinder that just goes out and spins the laps, and that is super invaluable in a Triple Crown where guys have 3 chances to weed themselves out. Moving on to the FFLs, remember you get 3 tries to get it right, but you can still only get 15 points per class no matter how many times you get it right. Jet is 2 for 2 in 2023, so it would be hard to pick any other direction. Adam Cianciarola was back up to his whole shot tricks, but Eli has 6 dating back to the start of 2022. Eli is a surprisingly the safe pick, but Adam is lethal here and might be worth the nod. Weather looks sunny and dry throughout the day, but a cloudy and chilly California night in Anaheim, hitting 57 degrees around the first gate drop. Last true West Coast time zone for a few weeks. Race day live is set to start at 4:30 Eastern. RotoMoto Patreon supporters can expect the enhanced cheat sheet around 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, and the basic qualifying cheat sheets hitting Twitter and Instagram around an hour before the picks lock, and the gates drop at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 local in Anaheim. Before I show you my early team, I want to talk to you about Maxxis Tire coming on for all 17 rounds so I can deliver these videos for you. You know Maxxis Tire, you know their MX ST tire designed by the king of Supercross and my all-time favorite rider, Jeremy McGrath. It is the newest and most advanced tire in the Maxxis MX lineup, featuring an all-new tread pattern, compound, and composition to provide the stability, predictability, and traction that the upper tiers of motocross demand. Available at your local retailer and also at motosport.com. My Thursday team looks like this. I have Filthy Phil as my 250 All-Star, Maximus Volan looking to bounce back at a 1, the Chef Levi Kitchen staying upright for 3 races at a 2, and Revo Kawasaki's Dylan Walsh with a 4. 450 side, I want Chase Sexton as my 3 handicap All-Star. Joey Savacci holds some upside at a 2. Same goes for Dean Wilson with that 5, and rounding out the early team with Sugar Shane McElrath reigning yellow with a 7. The prize for the highest championship league score in Anaheim this weekend will be an authentic Justin Barcia jersey, but if you're not great at fantasy, that is okay. If you want a chance to win this Colt Nichols jersey, consider joining me over on Patreon for just about $1 per week. You're entered to win race used and autographed memorabilia. Insiders and above double their entries, as well as an exclusive podcast talking fantasy stats on every rider in the field and that enhanced cheat sheet that comes out every single Saturday. Link for that will be in the description below. And don't forget to follow at PulpMX Fantasy and at RotoMoto on both Instagram and Twitter for the latest on injury updates as the weekend rolls on, qualifying info, and stats and banner throughout the race itself, and those fantasy cheat sheets once qualifying is done and wrapped. Thank you so much for watching the PulpMX Fantasy Show presented by Maxxis Tire. My name is Donnie. May your chiz this weekend. Remember that 8 is great, and most importantly, have fun. Good luck, y'all.